Let us talk about sexual intercourse with a woman during her monthly flow. Are you aware that having sex with a woman during her menstrual period can bring negativity into your life? Do you know that that can attract negativity in your life as a man, as a woman? I know that many will argue that medically women ovulate during their menstruation. Therefore, they stand a chance of taking in during their monthly flow, and this encourages most men to have sex with their wives during her monthly flow. Well, spiritually, there is a downside to it. Yes. Don't say Dibia has come. Oh. I'm telling you for a fact. There is a downside to you having sex with your wife during her menstrual period. This is a timely advice to the ladies. Do not permit your partner to have sexual intercourse with you during your monthly flow, as it is not good spiritually. It closes the door of prosperity over time and attracts negative aura to both parties. Yes, wait for that period to stop. Give 8 days gap for your woman to dry up properly. Allow her carry out cleansing rituals if she is spiritually inclined before you engage her in hot sex. Yes, I know she's your wife. I know she's your woman. Please have some restraint. Restrain yourself, all right, from having sex with her during her monthly flow. Have you ever wondered why most women were rejected when caught in the den of ritualists? It's because of their menses, their monthly flow. The thing started immediately. And when they were brought before those butchers, they will check their juju now. Their juju go reject the woman or the lady. They will tell them, "Oh, what are you about? Popunia, and you are dazed, then you don't know. You have already given up. Oh, Chineke okansi weje tata. Obukwa na mma. Obukwa na mma mama bana boss ah." You see? But when you are afraid and you are released from those captors, so when you are released and you are fleeing, you are running away from that place, you might discover that you feel some wetness in between your leg. And when you touch it, you discover that your menstrual flow, you are on. That is when you remember to thank Chineke, if not because of these menses. You see how this lady's life was saved because of her period. Well, it can also be destructive. It can also be used positively. All right? Remember, I used to say that power is about balancing. You balance your power. Incline to the positive side, that's to the good side, rather than the dark side. So, as a man, I urge you and advise you to wait for your woman's period to end, to stop, give it like 8 days gap, you woman, for you to dry up properly. Then allow her carry out cleansing rituals if she's spiritually inclined before you engage her in sex. Have you ever wondered why most women were rejected when caught in the den of ritualists? Of course, I've explained that. I've explained it. If you are paying attention, you will know the little story I told you now. So it is because menstrual flow is powerful. It is enough to spoil charms. Or probably their evil deity forbids a woman in her monthly flow from entering their shrine. They have no other option than to set that woman free, to set the lady free. Many spiritual homes barred women from being present during spiritual activities during their menstruation. Those days that I used to attend Celestial Church, you dare not come to church when you are menstruating. You cannot. Even how could you? When you put on a long white robe, of course, you understand? But it's not because of that. It's because it's a spiritual church. According to Celestians. All right? So they have their doctrines. So you as a woman, you need to observe it and keep it. If you are their member, not only in Celestial Church, there are other churches. They have this as their rule, as their doctrine. Whenever you are menstruating, you keep away because it's a holy place. The church is a holy place for them who are in spiritual churches. Also for us in ordinary, you keep away from your okumuo, you keep away. Keep your distance. All right? I am not saying that a woman is dirty during that time, but no. There are some things that you can do and you render yourself powerless before your spiritual guide. In order to avoid that, you have to keep away from your irumo, all right? Until after 8 days, you can do your cleansing, and then you can go to your irumo and go your oji directly, without being uncomfortable, without being, let me say, spiritually challenged somehow, because it varies. Spirituality is very deep. Yes, spirituality is very deep. That is why many female dibias avoid their altars until they are through observing their periods. It is not all of them. There are some who are stubborn. There are some who do this because they are ignorant. I was in a debate one day with some of them. They were like, if somebody comes to you for healing or for consultation, will you tell that person to go away because you are menstruating? My response is this: it is only Chineke that knows why he chose us. Of course, we can't all be having our menses the same date, the same time, the same month. So therefore, your Ramo knows your unso. Alright? So they would bring someone to you during that period that will warrant you to go against your unso and iwagu. Yes, because the people that will come to you for healing, for deliverance, for consultation, they are specifically sent to you by your spiritual guides. Obra mmadụ niile ka dibịa ga-agwọ. Enwere ndị dibịa emebe when you have encounter with dibịa okeke, it is dibịa okeke that will solve your problem. It might not be dibịa nwangu that will solve that problem. All right? So, ekele olu eke. Like I normally say, ekele olu eke. Let's not try to do everything at once, immediately. Let's not try to compete with men, because most female dibias, they say it's a rule made by men. They say, yes, men, they place that rule so that they can restrict them. So they can be the ones doing everything in ordinary. Well, I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not in competition with the male gender. What is what doing well. So if you as a man sleeps with your wife during her menstrual period, please stop it. All right? It can bring negativity into your life. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me tell you, on a scale of 8. So please be guided. If an hold on to yourself, have self-control, control your libido. Wait for her to finish menstruating. Wait for her to dry up before you can continue. Let's talk about giving a woman head. To be explicit, sucking a woman's vagina. Let me tell you today, do you know that the vagina is a sacred opening and the beginning of every human creation? As every human came through a birth canal, that place you are sucking, that is the birth canal. All right? It is not good to put your tongue in there. This act can disconnect one spiritually. Yes, as a dibia, ọ ga-alụ mmụọ gị. Except for people, they will say, after doing it, you go and cleanse yourself. You cleanse yourself and you go to do all more. The difference is clear. You might not be vibrating on the same frequency that you were before you did the sucking. Are you listening to me? So, this act can disconnect you spiritually. Moreover, the woman who is receiving head, do you know how many men went in there? Are you sure you are the only one? Do you know the number of sexual partners a woman has? Some women are very promiscuous. Their promiscuity knows no bound. So you really have to be careful. You as a woman that have a large number of sexual partners, do you know that this can destroy your life completely? Because when you have sex, there is exchange of energy. The energy could be negative, it could be positive. That is why some people, when they are in some relationship, they notice that once they sleep with their woman, they begin to receive goodness, they begin to receive a favor, joy, open doors. Then there are some that it will become the opposite for them. They'll even have nightmares. People will hate them. Nothing will work in their life. Everything will come to a grinding halt. That is why you need to know today that sex is spiritual. So you that you are putting your tongue or your mouth down there, be careful. Be careful. If a woman does not practice abstinence or stick to one faithful partner, do you know that you have opened the door to negativity in your life? That habit of always sucking random pussy, sucking, sorry. Do you know it can endanger your life? It can open up evil doors of negativity in your life. Do you know who is loyal? Do you know the partner that is faithful? It is not written on the face. Negative aura, genes, and setback will become dominant in both the receiver and the receivee. Okay, let's talk about this angle, the health angle. Health-wise, it is very dangerous, to put your mouth down there, as it causes cancer of the esophagus. All right? You can get infection. Infection can be transmitted easily through this act. I know that many will argue this. So, all right, do what pleases you. I have educated you today. If you derive joy in doing that, please apply break. Okay? I'm not saying that if your woman likes it, that you shouldn't, but I am telling you the spiritual implication. Yes. So, even if you are going to go ahead, know whether it is with just your partner that is faithful. No matter how faithful one can be, be careful, cancer of the esophagus. All right? Beware that you can get infected. Just be very aware that I have educated you. Now let's talk about night traveling. Many youths, many young people prefer to travel at night because they feel the highway is clear of traffic. They say it is better to travel during the daytime. So one can arrive safely to their destination. Is it not better and safe to travel during the daytime? Evil people, masquerading as masquerading on the highway can rob and attack vehicles and take human hostages. So, if there are ladies among these people, unfortunately, they are captured. They might be raped. They can be sold as modern-day slaves. They can be killed by stray bullets. They can be maimed, I'm not painting a picture for you to become afraid. But you should know that traveling at night is a no-no. Many have encountered ghosts, ritualists, while traveling at ungodly hours. Some men will meet evil spirits in human form and have sex with them. That is when tribulation will later rise in their lives. They start having sex in the dream, seeing themselves in another world without knowing how it happened. Some of those women will experience hardship, some setbacks, some failure in relationship, some strange men coming to sleep with them at night. The list is endless. But why would all these things happen? Is because you choose to travel at night. You feel the coast is clear, whereas spiritually the coast is not clear. At that time of the night is the hour for the dark people to operate. So why would you fall victim? Why would you make yourself go through that? Why will you open the door of negativity into your life? You need to do things at the right time. There is a saying that there is a time for everything on this earth. There is time for every purpose on this earth. So you need to be careful. Don't open that door of negativity because you have formed the habit of traveling at night. You feel you are comfortable, there is no disturbance, there is less traffic, but hey, do you know the other side? If you experience the other side of life, you won't like yourself. You would even strive as much as possible to avoid experiencing it. So avoid night traveling, avoid night crawling, so all will be well with you. Let's talk about the 8th point, human trafficking. Human trafficking is the height of moral decadence that pervades our society. How can one uproot another from their ancestral lineage and sell them off to another? Some people willingly give themselves up in order to chase after golden fleece abroad. They want to make it at all costs. Whenever humans participate in such, they end up ruining their lives. Their lives and that of those ones sold off to become sex toys in countries where prostitution is encouraged are never the same. Malia malotata. Ikulu nwa mmadu. Sine na ejinyele aka iwogbuo ya. Ilepu ya ka oje na agba akwụna. Hell, even to do that prostitution is not easy. So imagine you painting that picture of paradise. And unfortunately for the young woman, ọmara na akwụna ka ị na-eje ilepụ ya ka oje gbaba. Ọmara na ife ị na-akpọgoteli obodo oyibo na ka ọ wee gbaba akwụna. Once she arrives, you take away her passport and now subject her to that dirty business. Yes, most people chief achọrọ to live that kind of life. Ọ bụrụ ife edela ha. Some is out of stubbornness. They fall victim. Some out of curiosity. Some out of ignorance. Because you are given the opportunity. They will pay for your visa, pay for your flight, get everything. You will not ask questions. You dey carried away. At the end of the day, many of our young ladies, many of our girls, follow not Dubai, follow not Italy. Some of these countries, they are natural young flesh. You know, alone we get maka ifi ego. Instead of you going to the farm, back home here, you say no, you want to travel out. You travel going out, they have seized your ticket, your visa, seized your passport, sorry. Because if also for you go ahead, you gbava anya va akwụna ka I wee gbata anya va ego ji wee kpogote gị obodo oyibo ọ bụrụ ya. Chineke mekwala anyị ebele. So you that indulge in human trafficking, don't you know there are consequences? How dare you? Don't you know that you have destroyed your lineage? Don't you know that you have destroyed yourself physically and spiritually? The universe will never be happy with you. The elements of this world will never be happy with you. The land that you step on will never be happy with you. Even the breeze, is it the water that you drink? They will all pass judgment on you. If you don't start experiencing it now, later you will experience it. I want to tell you today that whenever humans participate in such, they end up ruining their lives. You ruin your lives, and those people sold off to become sex toys in countries where prostitution is encouraged. They are never the same. Nevertheless, I want to tell you today that engaging in such attracts bad luck, death, blockages, you name them. Let me talk about tips to improve and cultivate a better habit. A better habit so that it will not bring negativity into your life. Number 1, make good friends. All right. Number 2, minimize distractions. Number 3, avoid stress. Be spiritually inclined. That is number 4. Number 5, set good goals for your life. So many of you don't have any ambition. You lack focus. You don't have any mission on this earth. Try and wake yourself up to be conscious to your surroundings. Be conscious, be purposeful, live a purposeful life. That is how you wake yourself up and set goals for your life. You reward yourself whenever you feel positive about yourself. That is number 6. Then number 7, engage in exercise. Engaging in exercise will unclutter your mind. It will make you to be free. It will make you, be in tune with yourself, with your body, and it will keep you healthy. You think of healthy things. Good ideas will come in. Your thought process will be strengthened. Of course, your adrenaline will be boosted. Your ego too, It's not bad having ego. Physically, you are all right. Mentally, you'll be free from sickness. You'll be free from doing those things that I listed out that will bring negativity into your life. When you engage in exercise, you always become mentally prepared. That's number 8. All right? So you as a person, try to avoid tempting situations that will bring problem for you in your life. Avoid it. Yes, be assertive so that you can say no when that temptation comes. Be spiritually conscious and discerning so that you can move away from danger without falling victim. So, number 10, you have to replace bad behaviors with good ones. If you enjoy traveling at night, please stop it. Reschedule. Start traveling during the day when you can see clearly, when you can identify people's faces. All right? Those bad behaviors like, giving a woman head, you don't know how hygienically okay she is. You don't know how many partners. But for man, it's vice versa, man and woman. You need to be careful. It might be the reason why things are not working in your life. Your chi might not like it. Chi gị achọrọ ya ka ị na-amịcha nwaanyị ọtụ, ka nwoke ị na-amịcha nwaanyị ikpu. Chi gị achọrọ ya. Efolia, it will bring setback for you. So when you know yourself, you should know that this thing, whenever I do it, I don't feel all right, or I start experiencing such things. You desist from it. You stop doing that. There are many things that bring negativity into the life of an individual. All right? So many things. Let me touch this one, stealing. Stealing, this is taking what does not belong to you. Stealing can be spiritual stealing or physical stealing. Spiritual stealing is worse because you will not be aware it's happening and you never know the spirit stealing from you. Physical stealing entails robbing with a gun, pickpocketing, embezzlement, looting, forcefully taking someone's property, among other list of it. Stealing attracts instant curse from the universe. Can you imagine? Somebody, a person, you cannot take what belongs to another person and cause them pain. You know why? Because they toil day and night to make money to be able to afford that. Their hard-earned money, their sweat, and the reward of their labor, you now go and steal. You now arrange people to go and shoot the person dead and collect because of request for material things. You see how people create a problem for their generation. Huh? You come under a curse as a result of stealing. Don't you know? When the person is pained and grieved, they start laying curses. They start speaking out. All right? To relieve themselves of the pain. That is why you now know, I see, onye mere me ha man de Natalia ma wasa. That means no matter the times you reincarnate, that it will never be well for that person because you stole. Because you took away forcefully what belongs to them. Is it car? Is it money? Is it land? A lot of people have killed other people just because they want to take their land from them. Because you feel you are stronger than that person. You want to ruin their lives. Of course, some while taking their last breath, they will release curses. Some they are still alive, they will curse the person. So you have now brought curse upon your generation. You need to be careful. You avoid it, stealing. If it's a habit of yours, please stop it. Don't create problem for your generation or else you come under a curse as a result of stealing. This is the spirit of stealing. It will now become deposited permanently in that lineage. The person's lineage because the people you stole from place curses on them. Nothing can save you except you confess and cleanse yourself before Ajani and ask for forgiveness. You see, a lot of things are happening. Negative habits, brings stagnation, setbacks, greed, evil, bad luck, promise and fail, lost, failure at the edge of breakthrough. It will become glued to the person because you open the door of negativity. Take, for example, somebody that has divine call. You say no, you don't want to answer your call. You want to do it the church way. Of course, you experience spiritual stealing now. The door of negativity will be open to your life. I will advise you that it is a privilege and honor to be chosen by Chineke to serve through your spiritual ancestral lineage. Well, let me stop with these few that I have listed and explained. Bad habits sometimes attract negativities to us. It is not only village people all the time. Remember that whatsoever a man sows, that shall he reap. Therefore, avoid bringing negativity to your life. Always be kind and stay true to yourself. Set goals for your life. Be spiritually inclined. This is Dibia Nwangu Chendu saying bye. I hope you learned something. Thank you.